Alright guys, and we're back, and today we're going to be taking a look at why the Equinox 600. Why indeed? Well, I was going to give you a full rendition of why I purchased this thing and stuff, but to be honest with you, there's not much to discuss when it comes down to build quality. It's probably the weakest link of this detector, starting with this arm cuff. This isn't even in the factory arm cuff right here, man. The factory one broke. It just rolled over in the car and broke, so I put this thing on from a Garrett Ace 250 or AT Pro, modified it and put it on. Then I went ahead and just put some carbon fiber overlap on the actual rod, trying to convince the Shimano company. Sent them some emails about possibly building carbon fiber rods for metal detectors. You know, if I can get their interest into it and there's enough people that want one, they can do it for real cheap, which I think that would be great. Moving on here, you're probably asking me why I got this damn bolt running through my rod. Why indeed? Why did I have to go and buy a brand new detector and immediately have to go and drill a damn bolt and run this damn bolt through the entire thing? And that's because this thing just refused to stay straight. It was always cockeyed and wobbled. I went ahead and put a carbon fiber wrap on the lower part of it too, just to even it all out, make it look proper. And then down here I put a plugger lock onto the whole stem, because that one right there, that cam lock was down there, but it would still wobble. So I put this plugger lock. It uses like a nut on the top, like a plastic nut, and then the bottom's got this thumb screw nut that I can tighten up, and it cinched it up real good and did the job. Moving on down to the coil, the 11-inch coil. It's pretty light, seems to do the job, durable, rugged. I haven't had the coil ears break on it, so maybe I'm just lucky right now. But I went ahead and purchased the additional 6-inch coil, 180 some bucks on this thing right here. I think this thing is the EX06 or something like that. Oh yeah, EQX06 6-inch coil, whatever. But I hardly ever use it. I always just run out there and just use the 11-inch. It does the job. It's light enough, durable enough, and that's pretty much it, man, in a nutshell. I can't say much more about the shaft or anything because the build quality of the actual detector is blasé. But moving on here to the control box, this is where all the magic is at. This is the only reason why I bought it. Looking at the layout, very simple, clean layout on a vertical box. As you can see, all the buttons there are pretty simple. You only got like about eight buttons to do the whole job. And you got your what do you call it? The discrimination oval, which is negative, and then you've got the four other segments, so it runs a 50 segment. But I never used that and left the first one. Those were all negatives. I run everything else though. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 segments there. So 50 segment, 40 usable, 10 in the iron that I don't use. But I've done the update on this, man. So you've got, look at the frequencies here. Oh yeah, why the 600 as opposed to the 800? Because it was cheaper. That's it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see any, having the prospect mode, the 20 kilohertz frequency, yada yada. Didn't really matter to me. I don't think that the 600 is going to miss anything that the 800 is going to find. So that's the reason why I decided to go with the 600. But getting into this thing, man, pretty simple layout, man. You got your modes set right here, and you can just shift right through them. Park 1, Field 2, Beach 1, Beach 2. And I don't have a prospect, so what again? Park 1, Park 2, Field 1, Field 2, Beach 1, Beach 2, no prospect. Great. And then you've got your menu right down here on the bottom. We start over here on the left. You got your frequency, right? I mean, to your channel. This will go ahead. You hit this button, and this is going to go ahead and run through this whole thing, scanning to find your quietest frequency. Okay, great. And then you're going to shift on to the next one. This is going to be your ground balance. You just pump your coil, blah 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 blah, and pump. Get that thing nice and balanced for you. Next one is going to be your tone, how much volume. I kind of put it down low because I don't want this thing making a whole bunch of noise. 10 is cool. Then you're going to have your actual iron, your iron tone. hardly even use that. Maybe one or two. It gives you that buzz, that threshold buzz, to let you know if there's iron in the background, right? And then next one is going to be your tones. You know how many tones you choose to have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, what is it? 1, 2, 5, and then full-blown ridiculous R2D2. Yeah, I can't have that. That'll just blow my brain up. After about 20 minutes, I'll be numb. And then the next one there is going to be, of course, your discrimination. You know, you just move this thing up and down, and then whatever you want in or out, you just hit the reject button, bring it back in, reject, take it out, take it out, take it out. Pretty straightforward and simple. And then next one here is going to be your sweep speed, right? And then if you hold the which button is this thing here? Not sure. There you go. And then you go to the iron bias, FE1, FE2, FE3, and that's it, man. It's all over. It's all over. You know, frequency shift here. You got multi-mode. 4. When you do the upgrade, when you do the update, it's going to give you the 4 kilohertz, 5 kilohertz, 10 kilohertz, 15 kilohertz, and back to multi again. The Wi-Fi right here. You're going to have the backlight, blow your eyes out. Light backlight, no backlight, blow your eyes out backlight. Great. Looks great there. And just the overall feel, nice shaft. You know, I'm a big fan of the control box being, you know, vertical as opposed to sideways. And that's about it, man. Other than that, the actual charging port, the magnetic charge feature that's on the back, which if you take a look at it right here. Uh-oh, R2D2's awake. Right, so here's your magnetic charge port in the back, where this thing is just going to go right in there. And that's it. So what is that? Nice design. I like that. That's pretty innovative. You know, pull it out when you're done. And that thing does both your USB updates via USB, right? So it does your USB updates via the USB cable here, and of course charging. And then you got this little guy right here. If you want to, you can plug in wired headphones, you know, if you want that. Otherwise, if we go into the box, I hardly even use this anymore. It comes with wired headphones too. Automatically pair, low latency, pretty comfortable, nice design, whatever. Yeah, so I don't really use the Equinox as much as I would want to. I just don't know why. You know, I keep on asking myself, how come I don't use this thing as much? You know, and some people might say, oh man, blasphemy, you should be using that machine. That's the best machine that you have. But I don't know. I don't find more with this machine as I find with anybody else. I find about the same amount of stuff. I'm just more used to maybe some of the other machines and the way they sound as opposed to this. But after all the stuff that I've been through with the coil and the shaft breaking and, you know, arm cuff problems, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I do like the machine. Don't get me wrong. It does feel quality, you know, when you're actually using it. And I love that interface. I just can't get away from just how beautiful this machine is up top. You know, I've done the updates on it, so I've got all the new frequencies, you know, the 4, 5, 10, 15, and multi. And you know, I just, how can I talk about this machine if I've never actually owned one? How can I tell you that, you know, my experience with the coils and, you know, build quality, how can I speak upon that if I didn't go through it, which I did? You know, and yeah, I wish they would have made it better, man, but it is what it is. I'm not going to spend any more money on a shaft. This little teeny coil down here, man, I haven't even mounted this once yet. It's about the size of a hamburger, man, and I feel kind of retarded going out to this big old open field with this hockey puck at the very end, thinking that I'm going to cover this park accurately with that. So I never even use it, or I haven't found a reason to use it yet. I just keep on with the big old 11-inch coil, man. It seems to do the job. It's light enough, you know, and it pinpoints good enough, and it works well for me. So guys, that's about it. That's the only information I got with you on why the Equinox 600.